Hey guys, it's FinCon Milo here, and welcome to the very first episode of Gametalk with Milo. What I'll be doing is just kind of getting a feel for things that the community wants to know more about, or maybe they're a little bit unsure about, and seeing what I can do to just talk about some of the features of Angel Stone and help explain them for the people who aren't too aware of it. Now, we'll be starting off with the Party Raid. This episode will cover both Party Raid and PvP, but we'll start off with Party Raid, as that is the feature which you encounter first in the game once you clear Act 1, Mission 10. Now, as you can see here, I'm trying to invite other people into my game. However, I'm failing because they all happen to be in the middle of other games themselves. What I would recommend though first is just to coordinate via the in-game chat whisper system, or perhaps your own personal messaging systems, and just say, hey guys, do you want to go do a party raid together? Now, since I'm a Berserker, I'm attempting to try and go first and tank the damage. However, if you'll notice soon enough, the Shadow Mage is rather aggressive and it's just like going in hardcore, which I'm totally cool with, just as long as, you don't die. Which she didn't, so hey, more power to him. So I'm going to go ahead and just speed up this next section so we can kind of get on to the next just part of this discussion. For right now, nothing to really note aside from the fact that what I do is I activate Venom Strike while I'm walking towards the next enemy, so that by the time I get there, it'll only take one auto attack to put him down. When I get to groups of enemies, I use Roaring Flames so that it goes ahead and works with my Rising Fury passive. And another really fun thing I like to do, which I don't know if you can notice at this speed, but I like to combine Roaring Flames and then the Venom Wind, so that way I can get the both poison and fire damage on every hit. So, finishing with that, we're going to head into PvP. First, I want to just go ahead and get some better equipment on, since I got something fun from the last party raid, and we'll go head straight into the battle zone. Now, ideally, you want to try and get into the battle zone the most when you're at the higher end of the cap, but if you can't, no problem. Again, for me, I did the E and R combo, the Venom Wind with the Roaring Flames, so I can get the double elemental proc every hit. The W is just because, since health is so important here, I wanted to make sure that I had some way to kind of regain health. So what I'll try and do whenever I remember and whenever it's possible is to just go and use my Vampire Blade on any kind of random mobs. Now, the difference in this build that I did for the battle zone as opposed to a party raid or a mission is I changed out my Q for charge. Now, what charge will do is a distance closer and it stuns them. Now, I'm walking over here, and as my strategy has always been just to find my friends first and then go after the enemies. Well, I noticed that the Stone Titan, who you'd want to take out in order to get the Angel Stone treasure, is near death. So I put some damage on him, and then I went to work right onto the enemy fighter, so that way the Shadow Mage could go ahead and finish off the Stone Titan kind of without any hassle. Now, here's where it gets fun. If you notice the carrying Chomper that I summoned hopping along, it's like it's scented blood, and it's going after kind of one of the enemies that have very low health left. And so I was like, oh wait, was that the one who just left? Nope. There we go. Bam. Use the Q to go ahead and close the distance, and then just any auto attack or skill to go ahead and finish him off. Whenever you kill someone, you get 30% of their gold. So sometimes it's really fun to just go off and try and, as a gang of 3, go after one individual enemy so you can get their share of gold. Now, that said, I'm just going to hear farm up, farm up. I'll go ahead and fast forward a little bit until it gets interesting. So at this point I'm thinking mistakes were made, and they were. That said, I went and used my daily revive, since I hadn't used it previously, and decided to get back into the battle and collect more loot. as I figured after that big battle, there'd probably be a lot of weak enemies that I could go ahead and pick off. So I'm heading back over there, and the person I'm heading towards, gone. And more people are gone. So I'm thinking, are they really weak? Or was it a slaughter? Oh, wait, more mistakes. Definitely more mistakes. Running away. I know I can't keep up with them. They're a higher level than me, and there's 3 of them. I'm so low. My plan is just to run until I find one of my teammates, and hopefully he overextends, and we can take him on 2v1. But they ended up staying pretty close together, so what I changed my strategy to instead was to go ahead and use my Q to dash over to enemies, to the map's enemies, and the stun, I would have the stun kind of make it so that they would stay in the way, and almost like creep blocking, make sure that they were using it to block the path of the gunslinger who's chasing me. Now I have a pretty solid idea that he's alone, but I don't want to try and stop and fight him because there's still a pretty significant level gap. So I'm heading towards another teammate only to find out that they've died. So I'm like, okay, change of direction, and he almost gets me here. Steady running, clicking as if my life depended on it. And I'm thinking, okay, perfect. It's a trap. We're set. Wait! Still, just because of the level difference, there's still so much damage, more damage that they were able to put on me. But I was scared to go even past that section of monsters or they'd attack me. So, gotta love that Shadow Mage. They're distracting him just enough for me to get away. Perfect photo finish of bear survival.